From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Iowa State's offense will get the football first. The Hawkeyes dominated the last time they saw the clones.
Iowa State had no answers in that game. They just came out, they looked flat, they weren't able to execute. They've got to be ready to answer the bell in this one.
Yeah, and sometimes it gets in your head, Jesse. You know how it is, man. Rivalry games, and you haven't had a lot of success. You need something to go your way early to get you some confidence.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
And the Cyclones trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And this is not the way they envisioned the opening drive going with the 3rd and long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Hawkeyes are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Pettis. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option.
Great job by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. And this drive will be more productive. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories will probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
No fair catches here, looking for room. He's got great speed, and the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Hawkeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to make themselves in.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Looks as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's 4th down. The Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. Cradles it at the 30 line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Here comes the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
That's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They'll run play action. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
The pitch. Look out, he's got room.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They were able to make a quick stop.
That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He'll ride his man on the option. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And the offense almost exhausted all of their options that time. On the option play, third down, it wasn't the running back. It wasn't the quarterback. That had to go to the pitch.
Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
No chance he's taking a knee. Here he comes. And the returner will be knocked down. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but, man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a hit.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They'll try the run. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck and reversed. It's blocked, he couldn't get him, and he's gonna score. Touchdown, Iowa!
And they did a really nice job on that punt block. They haven't showed that this year yet, so they overloaded the one side. They used their speed to get the block, and then how about scooping and scoring and taking it to the crib?
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State sending the offense back out.
this offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Hawkeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Goes to the option. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit. To make the stop. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. 1st down for this offense. On the option. Powers through the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
He'll keep it on the sneak. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way. And when you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and you know, people in Iowa, they just love football. And this is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on, in this game, Iowa or Iowa State, it means so much.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Let's keep those sticks moving.
Back to pass. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cyclones decide to punt it away. Now don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Working deep down the right side. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's quick. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. On the option. Now the pitch. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it set up on the outside. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind them.
Turning it on! Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to run it. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Wide receiver going in motion. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Fires to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They're hoping for a touchdown going by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, these fan bases have been hyped, and with the Cy-Hawk Trophy up for grabs, who knows what the 2nd half will give us.
And the Cyclones will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long.
29 Philly.
Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Oh, he's got a chance. He breaks into the open. 20. Touchdown, Hawkeye. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. No doubt hurting the Hawkeye is feeling it as Iowa seizes control.
Iowa's a team, always, that prides themselves on being the most physical unit on game day, and right now they are pounding Iowa State.
Yeah, and Iowa State's getting that here we go again feeling.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big force fumble, big momentum play created.
Quarterback just has to do a much better job throwing that football away in that type of situation and goal to go. You cannot go backwards, so you need to know if your guy's not open, this is going to be an incompletion. I'm throwing this thing into the 4th row of the stands.
The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna run it. It's Pettis. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Lining off the defender. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the coverage team able to wrestle it down. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. He wants to go deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now early in the 3rd quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Hauls it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical as well.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Hawkeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He takes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The option look. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. The Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Iowa! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. He's dropped on the sack, and now the hill gets even steeper. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. It's picked off, and another empty drive.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Here comes the option. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. Period with a 3rd down play. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Now the toss. There he goes. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Hawkeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll ride his man on the option. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Great job by the back on the option. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
To the ground. He's got it again. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense trying to take it back. He goes down after the short return. But what a play to get the football back. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Webb. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
Under fire. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Cyclones will call on their punt team. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Got the first down and still on his feet.
Man, this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
Turning it on. They stripped it out. He picks it up, still on his feet. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Can we score? So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Parker. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6,
But how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
With these last 2 plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on 3rd and goal? Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. They make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on down. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing to next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day ever happened.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people are going to like, and hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The Cyclones line up to punt it away. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.